Hello everyone, in this tutorial we're going to study how to write powers and bases in LaTeX programming. So we are going to have, when you want to write powers, always use this sign in two, and make sure that when you write powers and bases they are in the math mode. Now if you want to write now with multiple things inside, let's say I want to write not just two but I want to write a plus b, then you have to put them into braces, because we initially said that braces contain the parameter of the instruction that you are giving. The instruction here is contained within this particular special character. This is the instruction which says raised to the power, and the braces are coming here to say it's going to contain a plus b. So you see that it's going to be x all raised to the power a plus b. Now in order for you to write bases in the math mode, we are going to use x base b. This is when it's contained only one value. One value will be as such, x to the base b. Now the next thing is x. When you want to contain many values, x to the base a plus b, you are going to contain within it. So you're going to have x to the base a plus b. So when you have all this, you compile and you run it, you open here, you're going to see you have n squared, you have x raised to the power a plus b, you have x base b, x and this, I have the last one. We are going to choose the last one later. So now let's see what happens if I remove the braces. So if you don't place the braces and just write it as such, what are you going to find? Or if and in this case, if I don't remove the brace, I don't place the braces, I write this as such, I'm going to have this. So you have x to the power a plus b. You see that it does not consider the next b as being as being a power or a base of x. So in order for you to place both a and b as being a power and the base of x, you need to place it in braces. Now most of the times one can think that he needs to place in brackets, but we need to know that LaTeX does not consider brackets as being a functional word or a functional character. Let's see an example. If I place instead brackets instead of putting parentheses, I come here, I place brackets instead of parentheses, I'm going to have this. I compile and I come here, I run. Come and open. When I open, you see that it is only that particular bracket which is being considered as being the power, of the base of x. It's not the whole. So this a and b are not more the base of x. So this is why parentheses brackets are not considered as being functional in LaTeX programming. It's instead the braces which are functional. So I need to place here this open brace. Then I come here, I close the brace. I come here, open the brace, and lastly I come here and I close the brace. Here I come, I compile and I run. So you come here, you have a base b as we initially had. Now we are going to see how to express indices in our program. Now let's say we want to express index 2 raised to the power m times, let's say I want to write times 2 raised to the power n is equals to 2 raised to the power n plus n. This is a way to write it. This one is only one character, so there is no need. But if you can easily confuse with all this, it's essential for you always to place at the end of the index form or the power form or the base form, always place the braces as such that you cannot confuse. So as a routine, always place braces such that it cannot be confused as such. So when you do this, you compile and you run, come down and open, you have 2 raised to the power m times 2 raised to the power n equals to 2 raised to the power m plus n. So this is how you can write it in you can write it here. Now let's continue again with a way of writing the logarithms. So if you want to write now logarithms, the way of writing logarithms is you write just like this. You write log. Now you need to know that logarithms, log, are considered inside the math mode. So in order to consider logarithms, you are going to place it within the math mode. Now within the math mode, logarithms, you have to place logarithms are considered with bases, and they are also considered with powers. So we have the logarithm. Let's say you want the base to be a and you want the value which is above to be b. So it's written as such, right? Log of base a, you write a space between them, and log of base b. You have this, you compile, and then you run. Come here, open, you have this, log of base b a to log of base b. The best thing to do before starting is go to the next line as such. So compile, and then you come here, goes on the next line, log of base, you have this as such. Now if you want to, now let's say that you can remove this space. This space is very important, and the importance can be seen when there's a removal. So if I remove this space, I place it here, compile, so you see it's still functional. So the space is not a great deal of problem. Now let's come with the next part, which will be exponential functions. So the exponential functions are just indices. So the way of writing exponential, you just come here, you write the math mode, you write e, and you write raised to the power of, let's say I want to write e raised to the power 2. I just come, I'll write 2 here. I compile. So the error is shown because I didn't close the math mode. Compile, and then I run. Come here, open. You see that e squared is shown to you. So these are the different formats for you to write in the math mode. So we have the exponential and all that. So from here we have seen the power and the basis. Seen the main method of writing of power and basis are with this special sign, and the basis with this special sign underscore. Now the special, this you are not required, or it's not very necessary to place the parentheses when you only have one character, but when you have multiple characters and want to place an index form on the base form, you require multiple indices. Now the next one will be the when you want to write indices and you want to write logarithm and exponential function. To write indices will be 2 raised to the power n, as well 2 raised to the power n and 2 raised to the power n plus n. Logarithm, just write log as such, you write to the base a and write to the top value of b as such. So you have this. So yeah, logarithm does not have top value, but instead values which are you have log to the base a of this, log of b to the base a. So to write this, you remove the apex value and just write as such. So you have again this, so you copy, you compile, and come and run here. So you have log to the base a of b. So when you have this, you come again, you know that the last one will be exponential functions. So this is for exponential function. So exponential function is simply written as such, e raised to the power 2. So and this will mark the end of our tutorial with powers and bases. Thanks for your kind attention.